So I get asked often how much time I spend per week trading or selling options. So I'm going to answer that question in this video. So let's take as an example the trades I placed last week, which generated a net profit of $530. But before going through the trades, let me just show you what I normally do every day. So first thing I do in the morning is I tend to look at the pre-market, at the futures. So I go to CNBC just to look at the futures, just to get an idea of the general market. Then I'll go to my Yahoo Finance app just to see what the pre-market prices of certain stocks are trading at. So I've got a watch list already on Yahoo Finance. So I'll look, for example, at something that's already on my watch list, like Nvidia or Tesla, and I'll just look to see what the pre-market price is. Gives me an idea of a potential trade. I'll also go to my watch list on Questrade and I'll sort by lowest typically, just to get an idea as well. It shows me the pre-market prices as well, just to see what's going to open lower today. So as you can see, that all that just took not even a minute. I'll also go to MarketChameleon just to see which stocks have high IV rank. So I'll filter on market cap over 10 billion, and then I'll simply sort by IV30 over here, or even this one over here. So if I sort on this IV rank, it shows me that Zoom has high IV, Neo, ZS, Snowflake, Baba, for example. Workday, I can see that it has earnings this week as well. Spotify, Amazon usually has high IV, but right now it's at 31, almost borderline high IV. It's still a stock that I like to trade. So I already have a set of stocks that I like to look at anyways, even if their IV isn't high. Definitely Zoom, Netflix, Baba, Shopify, Amazon, Google, Tesla, of course, but right now IV on Tesla is pretty low. But I always have my go-to stocks that I trade for put spreads, even if their IV isn't so high. But of course, when IV is higher, it's better because the expected move is higher, so I can go further. For example, Tesla on battery day or battery week, the expected move on Tesla while it was trading in the 400s, the expected move was $80. Right now, expected move on Tesla is about $17, so big difference. Although I could still collect $1 on a 5-point wide spread at expected move, it's still much better to collect that $1 if you're 80 points away. So right away, just by looking at what has high IV, I know I'm going to focus this week mostly on Zoom, Amazon, Nvidia, Alibaba, and anything else that takes a good drop. So I'll get that by looking at pre-market prices, or even during the day, I'll just look quickly what has dropped hard compared to previous day. I'll also go to Finwiz, do a screener, market cap over 10 billion, and then I'll just sort by biggest winner or biggest loser for the day. So for example, right now it's on biggest loser, and I could see that JD.com dropped 7% today. So if I want to place a trade on JD and it has high IV based on MarketChameleon, then I'll place something. I see Snapchat fell as well. Unity Software, so it dropped, plus it has high IV, so that could be a potential naked put on that. That's basically all I do. Takes less than 5 minutes. Now I find that if I have free time, I do end up looking more, spending more time, but the more I look, the more I start convincing myself of trades that are not necessarily good trades, but I just convince myself that they are good trades, just to place trades because it's fun to place trades. So sometimes it's good not to have too much time looking at the markets. And then I'll also play earnings, so I'll use Finwiz as well to see what has earnings, and I'll just go under this filter here, earnings date, and I'll choose today after market close. So I could see that Baidu had earnings today, and then I'll look at tomorrow before market open, and that's it. We've got Walmart and Home Depot. And then I'll go see how much I can collect at expected move, if the premiums are high, if it's worth it or not. And that, of course, I'll use Questrade for that. And MarketChameleon will tell me if IV is high. So with MarketChameleon, I could filter on upcoming earnings. So if I filter on upcoming earnings, so we've got Zoom November 30th. That's not this week. We've got Workday, that's this week. And IV is about 37%, so it's not bad. We've got Nvidia this week, 28% IV. Not so great, but it's still a decent play. Premiums are decent. And guess what? I can sort on earnings as well. We've got Intuit that has earnings this week, 21% IV, not bad. I'll see if premiums are high enough. So for example, I'll go look it up, Intuit. I'll look at the straddle value. We can see that the straddle value, at the money straddle value is about 16 points. Doesn't seem that high. So if I go 16 points away, that puts me at around 340. So let's look at the put spread at around 340, what it gives me. how much can I collect? So 340 to 335 would give me about, see, first of all, the bid and ask is wide, so it's not good, but it would give me about maybe 60, maybe about 80 cents. So if I don't feel like I can collect $1, I might not play it. Nvidia, on the other hand, if we look at the straddle value, I think it's about 40 points. Yeah, so it's about 38 points. So let's say I go to a 500 strike on the put spread, and we'll see how much I can collect from that. I think I should be able to collect at least $1. So the 549.5 put spread, I could collect about $1 or maybe 90 cents, 95 cents. So that's definitely a stock that I'm going to play for earnings for sure. So that's it. Already found myself a trade, and then simply I'll just place the order. End of day, if it's an earnings trade, I usually place it after 3 o'clock. And once I have a trade, in order to close it, I'll just do a good till cancel order. So I'll see my trade under my position. I'll click create order. Gives me the order entry. I'll pick the price that I want to close it at. Let's say I want to close it for 20 cents. So 0.2, duration good till cancel, send order. I'll confirm that it's buy to close, sell to close, and then I simply send order, and then it'll get filled on its own whenever it reaches 20 cents. So I don't have to keep watching. So this trade was an earnings trade. So simply picked it up from Finwiz and then looked at expected move. I saw that I needed to go to November 20th to get at least 90 cents on a 5-point wide spread at expected move. So that's what I did. These three here were done before the market opened. So I basically looked at my Questrade watch list and I saw Amazon, Zoom, Nvidia, a bunch of tech stocks dropping hard. So right away I just placed orders on put spreads at expected move. I knew already what expected move was looking at them on Monday. So I simply placed put spreads at expected move before the market opened. And as soon as the market opened, they got filled right away. They were bad entries. Actually, I could have gotten better entries. Regardless, they got filled right away for $1, which is what I was asking for. I think most of them were trading for like $1.60 after the market opened, so I could have gotten a better price. But regardless, these were my entries. And then I think on Thursday and Friday, just by looking at them, I was able to close them for 20 cents, 17 cents, and 9 cents. So placing these trades really took less than 5 minutes. This was an old naked put that I was rolling, and to close it, all I did was I looked at my account and I saw that there was enough profit for me to close it, so I simply just placed an order and closed it. This was an earnings trade. I looked at Finwiz. I saw that it had earnings. I saw I could collect $1 at a 15 strike, which was at the money. So $1 at a 15 strike, so very little capital required, and premium was pretty high. So I decided to take the risk. Worst case, it drops, I'll just keep rolling the put for a credit. Maybe took 5 minutes or even less to decide to do it or not. Usually what takes more time is actually hesitating or deciding, should I take this trade or should I not take this trade? But actually executing the trade is less than a minute, even a few seconds. This one was placed on the previous Friday. Once again, I just look at my watch list on Yahoo Finance and basically sort on biggest loser, biggest gainer, and I see which one dropped a lot that day. And on that day, I saw that everything was up except for TWLO. So I decided to sell a put spread on it. It got filled, and then I was able to close it on expiry for 21 cents. EA was an earnings trade, so simply looked it up on Finwiz to see that it had earnings, but this was a leftover of earnings trade. I decided to roll the short put. This was actually a good till cancel order. I basically put an order to close it for 24 cents because that was the net credit that I received, and I just wanted to get out of the trade for a scratch, and it got filled on Friday. So really for all these trades here, I think I spent for the whole week maybe 30 minutes, not more, to place the trades and to close the trades. Now I probably spent some more time looking at the market, looking for trades. I definitely didn't have to do that to find these trades. It's just my passion to always look for trades or just watching the markets because it's something that I enjoy. It's definitely not a requirement to place these trades. So these trades combined probably for the whole week took me maybe 30 minutes. All right, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Like always, if you can open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral link below to get $50 in free trades. Also, check out the other referral links below. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button, share with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.